So today we're going to look at what do you do when you have a negative exponent. Whenever you are representing a number, you don't want a negative exponent to be in your final answer. So we're going to go through basically how to make that negative disappear. So I want to review with you the meaning of a reciprocal. So we have 5 over 8. Remember, the reciprocal is you basically flip it. So it's 8 over 5. So the definition of a reciprocal is when you multiply the number times its reciprocal, it gives you 1. So if you have 5 times 8 over 8 times 5, that's going to give you 1. So that's why that's the reciprocal. So 9 over 7, the reciprocal is going to be 7 over 9. Now when you just have a whole number, remember you can write 8 as a fraction, and that would be 8 over 1. Now we can do this because 8 divided by 1 still gives us 8. So now when we do the reciprocal, it's going to be 1 over 8. So that's just a review on the reciprocal. Whenever you're dealing with negative exponents, you can think of it two ways. One way is you're putting the number under 1, or you can think of you're doing the reciprocal of that number, because we're going to be dealing with whole numbers and then sometimes fractions. So for instance, we have 4 to the negative 5. To make this negative go away, I'm going to do the reciprocal of 4, which is going to be 1 over 4. And then my exponent, instead of being negative 5, it becomes positive. Now if this is a number, I can actually do 4 to the 5th, which remember is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And that's going to give me 1,024. Yeah, I did that in my head. No, I have the answers. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so now say we're doing it with a letter. We have 1 over b cubed. Reciprocal of b is 1 over b. The negative becomes a positive. We cannot expand on that, so that's going to be our final answer. Now you want to make sure that if you're dealing with a problem like 7x to the negative 2, you remember this negative 2 is only attached to this x. So this 7, we're just going to leave it alone. And then we're going to do the reciprocal of x, which is going to be 1 over x. And that 2 is going to be positive. Now you could write this also as 7 over x squared. Same thing. If you multiply 7 times 1 over x squared, you get 7 over x squared. Either way is correct. Now, if the 7 and the x were in parentheses, then they both are going to be included with this 2. So you're going to have 7x. You want to make sure you keep it in parentheses squared. So again, the difference, this negative 2 is only applying to what's directly in front of it. Now since the 7 and the x are in parentheses, then the negative 2 applies to the 7 and the x. Okay, so next we have 1 over 3 to the negative 5th. The reciprocal of 1/3 is going to be 3. That negative 5 is now going to become positive. And 3 to the 5th is 243. All right, so the last type of problem is, for instance, you can have a fraction where both of your exponents are negative. So it's just like we've been doing before, and we're going to flip it, and then when we flip it, the exponents are going to be positive. So the reciprocal of 8 over 2 is 2 over 8. Now this 3 is going to become positive, and this 4 is going to become positive. Now 2 to the 4th is going to give me 16, and 8 cubed is 512. Now you're going to want to make sure that your answer is in its simplest form. We can divide both 16 and 512 by 16, so our final answer is going to be 1 over 32. And that is how you make those negative exponents positive. See you next time.